Are you in love? Do you say that you're in love? Do you feel that you're in love? Or are you just doing it? Or are you just staying in this relationship or in whatever relationship or friendship because you feel like this is it? This is what we're going to discuss today on Kubonga na Mayouth. We're going to talk about love with intention, knowing your why in the relationship. I hope you're going to get a few guidelines or a few tips here and there from this discussion, and for the betterment of your relationship, or really for the betterment of your life or future, even future relationship. As always, I'm your host, Edna Mumbi Maina. Welcome to this discussion. So in today's discussion, we have a guest who is going to aid in shedding light in loving with intention. I will welcome her. Introduce yourself to the viewers.
Hello, my name is Sylvia Ruto. I'm a student at Dedan Kimathi, University of Technology, pursuing my Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, and I'm currently in third year.
Welcome to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you in love yourself?
Currently, no.
As it is our norm, we are going to take random questions just to help the viewers understand who's this person. Najua, in this question, you just answer from the rest of your knowledge or ability. I'll take the first one. This question states, would you rather have the ability to read minds or be invisible at will?
I'll pick the ability to read minds.
Why?
So that you can know what somebody is thinking about you. Yeah, rather than just presuming or guessing.
Okay. Utaki kuwa invisible?
No.
For me, I have answered a similar question in this show. I think it was asking what superpower or what superhero you'd want to be, something of the sort. We are going to link that video. If you've not watched it, go and watch it. And in that video, I also answered that I actually wanted the superpower of reading minds. I have always wanted to read minds. Hata nikiwa mdogo naona Superman nasema nazapenda. There used to be a superhero who used to read minds. I do not remember who, but kulikuwa naye. I'd like to do that because not really, for me it wouldn't be really to know what the other person thinks, but for me it would be to really see if people's mind work as the same way as mine does.
As yours does.
Yeah. So you can also tell us what you'd rather pick. Would you rather be able to read minds or be invisible at will? So comment on our post and let us know what really you'd pick. So let us now get into the conversation today. I'd like to ask you, what do you feel like? What do you think loving with intention means?
My thoughts on that matter, I think when you choose to love somebody, you should, let me say, have a way forward with that person, because it's not always about the feeling, the jits that you feel inside. It's what do you want to do, or the future, what do you see with that person? Yeah, where do you want to take things with that other person?
Yeah, and I would second that, because I feel most people currently, they just perceive love as like feeling. Like you feel you like this person, so you just perceive that you're in love. And I guess that is why in most instances people can get into a relationship. You get someone has gotten into 5 relationships in 1 month, because anaona huyu, they get attracted, they feel I am in love with him or her. They get into a relationship, it doesn't work, they get to really feel maybe there are other aspects about this person that I don't really like, and don't think like love will work with this person. So do you think that the concept of loving with intention is something that before we even get into all of it, is something that is happening in the society right now? Are people loving intentionally?
I can speak in the environment that I'm currently in, the campus life. What I've noticed is people, I think they don't per se love with intention, because you'll see you're with this partner today, after a few months you're with another partner, and then when that feeling ends, you are like looking for that feeling in another person. Or you get people are cheating on each other because they find that feeling also in that other person, and they want to experience it also with that other person. So if maybe before you make that commitment to call somebody your boyfriend or somebody calling you your girlfriend, you should know beforehand that where do I want to stand with this person? Is it just about the feeling, or is there something strong holding us together?
Okay, and what are these things that, or aspects of love, that when you're experiencing them, you know that now this is intentional love? But I think for me, something like communication. When communication is clear, when communication is consistent, when communication is intentional. Let me use the word intentional. When communication, unajua kuna ile, you can be in a relationship, but there are things that you cannot say in this relationship. Maybe something, or your partner has wronged you, but you feel like because of his peace or her peace, let me just not say this, because it might end this relationship. So I feel for me, for a love to be intentional, for you to intentionally love, the communication has to be very clear.
I guess I can add on that matter. In a relationship, not everybody is perfect. We are not always 100% perfect. There's the perfect things you're good at, and then you have your imperfections. So if both partners understand the imperfection of the other partner and they accept it, they are willing to bear with it because they're also happy with the perfections of this person. So I think that will drive the relationship further, and it will make the two partners strong.
To add on that, young people sahi, they tend to like what they see. So unaona mstay, maybe what you like is petite, light skin, looking like this and this and this, and then when you get to see a lady that looks like this, like, okay, now this is my person. But when you mesema, there are some imperfections about this person that really don't show the outward. Maybe umse akona anger issues, maybe umse ajui hata kusema talk his emotions or what they are feeling. And now when you now get into a relationship, now unaanza kujiuliza, but si alikuwa anakaa hivi, si alikuwa anafanya hivi, but now hizi vitu zote zimetoka wapi? But do you feel like there are ways to know someone's imperfections beforehand before getting to the relationship?
It will show, obviously. Along the way it will show, but are you willing to communicate the way you mentioned about the communication? Are you willing to tell this person, by the way, there are things that you do, I don't think they sit well with me, and the other person will be like, it's me, that thing, it's me, I cannot change it. But there are people, I think, who hide it. They'll rather keep that aspect hidden from the other person. And once you get into the committed relationship, and then you find out, it will hurt somebody, it will break somebody else. If you just look keenly, I think you'll be able to see what you like about this person and what are the, shall I call it, the red flags that people say these days.
I feel like intentional loving has to be consistent. The love has to be consistent. There are things that need to be consistent in this relationship. What comes to your mind when you think of consistency in a relationship, or consistency when it comes to love?
To love, I think keeping tabs on each other always, knowing when your other person is down, because sometimes they may never show it, but will you feel it? Will you know it? Will you be there for them? It's just showing up when the other person needs you. And it does not always have to be about the intimate part of the relationship. The love is not about intimate. It's not all intimate. There's the physical aspect of the relationship, there's the emotional aspect, the psychological aspect of the relationship. So I think if you balance well on all those aspects.
Recently, to add on that, I was listening to a show on radio, and they were having a discussion on should you check up on your partner when they have gone silent. What siku hizi watu huita ghosting, zile amekughost. Should you check up on them? What is your take before I say what I heard from that show?
I think the cases of ghosting that I've experienced myself, I've done myself, I've heard from other people is ile time ya as a lady, a dude amekukatia maybe via phone call nini, but you're not interested in them, so you just ghost them. You either block them or you don't answer their messages. But let's say in the aspect of relationship, yes, you are together, you are an item, your boyfriend and girlfriend, the status imeshashika, and your partner goes silent. I think you should check on them.
You should,
because maybe they don't usually go silent. This time they have not reached out, they're just silent. Maybe they're suffering, or it's good communication, like you have said. It works. You go ask, and
so like for you, you'd reach out.
I'll reach out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, in character development, imenifunza. For me, I wouldn't. Honestly, if you go silent for like after 24 hours, I mean, until now you come back and talk to me, I wouldn't. Past experiences have taught me not to. So what I had in this radio show, now they were saying, now the lady in that show asked, is this guy, okay, this guy has ghosted you. Okay, we're using guy because now the Indo tuna relate. We don't really know the other side. Yeah, so alikuwa nauliza, is this guy eating? Yes, he's eating. Anakula lunch, anakula breakfast, anakula supper. Is this guy going to the washroom? Yes. Anafanya tu mambo yake. When this guy's phone rings, does he pick? Yes. When this guy really needs something, maybe he wants to go to the duka or something, does he pick his phone to pay or do all these things? Yes. So this lady said, when something is important to you, you make time for it, regardless. Hata ukue you're feeling very down, you're feeling very stressed, you still eat. Ndio. Okay, there are those who don't eat. But unakula tu. Hata ukue busy aje, utaenda washroom, ndio. Hata ukue busy aje na job, lazima tu utakula. Lazima utafanya all these things. Because why? Because these things are a priority to you. So she said, this person doesn't think you're important. When you're in a relationship or even with your parents or siblings, there are those times you really want to check up on them. Unapiga tu simu. There's nothing really you want to tell them, but you just want to check up. Hey, mko aje? What are you doing? Hivyo. I'd think in a relationship, if really we are connected, if really we are in love, there are those times too you just want to talk to this person. We don't even really have something to say. You cannot go for a day. Trust me. Yet una hata 5 minutes. Uongo. Hata hivyo umesema about consistency in a relationship, that those things people start do in the beginning of the relationship. And then because now we're in a relationship imekaa kama 2 years, 2 years into tunaanza kutoa. You're not doing some things you used to do. I feel like the things you used to do, ukitaka niingie box,
you should do more.
You should do more or the same.
Or the same.
To keep me in this relationship.
Yeah.
What you used to do back then, you need to continue with it so that the relationship stays afloat. Because kuna vitu I feel like kuna vitu naweza minus, and then me mwenyewe nianze kuona there's something in a change, then I started feeling like this relationship is not working.
You have given me a thought. Back then when I was dating, the usual used to be good morning each day, until a certain day I wake up, there's no good morning. The guy is online. midday, no good morning. The guy is chatting somewhere else. I'm seeing the chats in another group. I think it went up to me, of course I did not initiate it, up to I think evening he texted, how are you? So yeah. I think I ghosted him for a while.
Because of that.
Because of just the consistency imeteremka.
It takes 21 days to create a habit. So if you've done this, if you've been sending the good mornings each and every day, for now I by default najua when I wake up I have to find it there.
Yeah.
If I don't find it there, something is definitely wrong. And najua kuna wale wase they will not say, or they will act like everything is okay. Hata sema, oh okay, sorry, I didn't text you in the morning because there was this and this. Najua there's that who will communicate like that.
Yeah.
But kuna mwenye
they'll just start another conversation.
Yeah, like
without
everything
even
is okay, which is wrong.
Yeah. No, women I think we are wired differently. Yeah, if you make the effort once since day one, continue with that.
But before we get to knowing your why in a relationship, or ways in which you can know your why, we're going to pick another question and you're going to do it now.
Okay. So only a 3-word sentence. Android or iPhone?
iPhone, what? Android.
Which one will you pick?
Definitely iPhone. I have an Android, but if I had the option, niekewe hapa mbili, chukua hii ama hii, nachukua iPhone definitely.
I think I'll stay with my Android.
Why?
iPhone is, I think it's overrated.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Which Android?
Android, Samsung.
Oh, okay.
The highest.
We had pick iPhone, not hata sijuangi ati vile operate. I have no idea, but just because of the camera, because me ni mtu wa camera.
Oh yeah, it has a really good camera.
It has a very good camera. Knowing your why in a relationship, there is so much power in knowing why, and people currently don't even know why they're in a relationship. They don't even know why they are dating this person or why they're in this. Even those people in marriages, they've gotten to marriage, they really don't know why am I with this person.
I think I can share a scenario. Shall I say a colleague? She's dating, talking stage stroke dating. She does not know where she's standing with a couple of guys. And yeah, I asked her, why don't you settle for one? And she's like, I've not gotten the best. Yeah, then why are you engaging with them if you don't see it coming forward? Yeah, but I guess staying lonely sometimes, staying lonely with no one to chat to. Yeah, sometimes for a lady. Yeah.
I saw a video on TikTok and it was saying that people need to avoid staying single for long, because when you now get into a relationship, inakuanga difficult for you because ni kama sasa venye nilikuwa nasema, it's now a whole system change. You now have to accommodate someone and all this, so unajipata like in that scenario, unajipata you get this one and this one because you really do not know how should I act in this, really what really do I want from these guys, and I have been okay with myself. So it is not a theory that I am selling. It is something I just saw yesterday. What are some of the questions do you feel like people should ask themselves in a relationship, or to ask themselves while in a relationship or before getting into a relationship? Because I feel like for me, one of the questions has to be, why am I with this person? Why do I want this person?
Yeah. I cannot answer for many, but I can answer for myself. When my previous relationship, when I got into it, my first question to the guy was, why me? Like, there are many. Why me? Of course, he told me, and then like, where do you see this going? Because it's not just about the fun, the ride, the nini. Where do you see it going?
And I also think the question of what are some of the values do we share? What are the values we share? What are the things we share in common? Maybe there are things we really, for me, something very minimal, but I actually actually look. For me, I am a movie lover. I love watching films. I love watching movies. So that is what I do to pass my time. So if I get someone who really does not do films, kabisa, zero, I can't, cause most of the times me nikiwa free unaona nita watch movies. So it means when I'm free, we cannot share that time together. We'll have to look for something else. It is different with someone coming and telling me I love listening to music, but I do not really like watching movies. See, now in our free time, the free time we share, we can listen to music. But if there is really nothing that is connecting us, hakuna. I watch films, I don't like music, I do not like riding bikes, I like swimming. It is the same for you. Like hakuna kwenye tuna intertwine, because I think in sharing whatever we like, hata kama ni moja, that will define what we'll be doing together.
Yeah, during the free times, before you define a relationship, you should give your pros and cons. What do you want in that relationship? So that if the other partner does something and you're not okay with it,
it makes it easier for even you to know what toes not to step on. So what are some of the red flags that zinakuonyesha by this is unintentional love?
I think after the talking stage and just the guy demands that or sijui come over for, it's a weekend start on Friday, come over for a sleepover, you return on Monday, or sijui, it's going towards the, shall I say, the intimate part, maybe too quickly. Come do my chores, come cook for me, and yet they have not taken you on a real date. To follow the courtship process.
Yani wewe unawacha nguo zako you panda matatu to wherever to go and wash clothes. No, ma'am, please have respect for yourself. And I think also avoiding tough conversation, that's a red flag. We're going to pick one last question. After we pick the question, after we answer the question, you're going to share your handles, your parting shots to those people who think they're in love and they're really not in love, and advice to them before we end the video. If you were an animal, what would you be? What animal would you be?
A cat.
A cat? Why?
It is so sassy. But I actually think at home we do have a cat. They don't care us. Not like dogs. You know, dogs are after love, human love. Cats know this love, but on their own terms.
I have never really thought of animals. I love animals, but I've never really thought of it like that. I think for me, now what would I be? I think either I would love to be majestic. So any animal that is majestic, we can say peacocks, we can say giraffes, anything majestic I want. Is a peacock an animal or a bird?
It's a bird. And I think no one is ready to kill a peacock. Akisha tufungua hiyo shui, you're just amazed.
No time.
To those who are in love, I'm happy for you. It's a great experience, a great feeling, but know the why in your relationship, and it should not always be about the talking stage. You're just talking and giving benefits to the other partner while you have not yet defined where the relationship stands, if you have given each other statuses. And for those who are yet to get into a relationship, before you agree or say yes to the person, you should know why you want to get into that relationship. But it's okay also to stay single sometimes. Focus on yourself. Build yourself. On my social, I go by the name Sylvia21 Designs. Why? Because I'm a graphic designer. So if you want me, you can find me both on my TikTok, Instagram, and my LinkedIn. I go by the name Sylvia Ruto.
All right, thank you so much for coming to our show today and holding this discussion or having this discussion with me. To our viewers, I think you need to understand that loving intentionally creates a deeper connection in the relationship. It creates deeper meaning in what your love is all about. It creates even fun. It makes the relationship to be fun. It makes the love to be something worthy. So loving intentionally is very important. So currently, if you're in a relationship, this goes to all those young people who are in a relationship or they're really thinking to take the next step with whoever they are with or their partner. Ask yourself, is this love intentional? Am I giving intentional love, and am I receiving intentional love? As always, I'm your host Edna Mumbi Maina. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to share and like this video and watch. Bye, and see you in the next episode of Kubonga na Mayouth.